warm welcome to you, dear shareholders, fellow board members, and colleagues. I am Vic Gregorio, the President and Chief Executive Officer of the company. I thank you for joining us today at the Shakey's Pizza Asia Ventures Inc. Annual Stockholders Meeting. In 2020, at the onset of the pandemic, I presented a two-year recovery plan called the Bounce Back and Bounce Up strategy. We wove through a global pandemic, war, droughts, supply chain pressures, and inflation with a long-term view in mind. We learned to make strategic pivots and structural changes in the first 2 years of the pandemic, all with the intention of maximizing our assets and creating more value for our business, our partners, and our people. At the same time, we kept an eye out for opportunities that aligned with our growth ambition. To kickstart a new double-digit growth streak anchored on our vision of building a roster of wow brands with strong equity, capability to hold market leadership positions, and industry-leading margins. Most of all, we put our guests, our stakeholders first, front, and center. We sought ways to reach more of them, to provide them with more value, and to deliver wowing guest experiences at our stores and across all our platforms. As a result, 2021 became our bounce back year. We returned to positive net income in 2021 ahead of expectations. And when the Philippine economic reopening finally happened in 2022, we were armed and ready to bounce up. Despite the Omicron wave in the first quarter, 2022 was the year when COVID-19 began to dissipate, putting an end to strict quarantine restrictions. The country's GDP rose to 7.6%, up from a 9.5% contraction in 2020. Unemployment dropped to 4.3% by year end. Hence, despite the rise in inflation, the Filipino consumer remained resilient. Pent-up demand for more discretionary goods was released. Finally, after 2 long years, families and friends could freely see each other. Foot traffic in commercial spaces began to return. People were dining out again. And we began to reap the benefits of the seeds we had sown amidst the crisis. We ended the year with record high sales and income levels exceeding 2019 pre-pandemic levels. With the strong reopening of the market, the bold strategic initiatives we implemented, and our team's ability to quickly adapt and execute our plans, we were able to take full advantage of the reopening of the economy. Today, I am pleased to report to you that pizza now enjoys 2 consecutive years of double-digit growth, both in top line and bottom line. And our company is in a good position to accelerate and sustain a double-digit growth trajectory moving forward. We bounced back and bounced up, emerging from the pandemic bigger, bolder, and better. In 2022, we posted a record high system-wide sales of 14.1 billion pesos, double the system-wide sales of 2021. Moreover, we finally surpassed 2019 pre-pandemic levels by 36%. In terms of profitability, full year 2022 net income breached pre-pandemic levels as well, landing at 874 million pesos, 7 times higher than our 2021 bottom line. We likewise maintained a strong balance sheet, ending the year with 17.7 billion in assets, 40% higher than the year before, and maintaining healthy leverage ratios with a net gearing ratio of 0.68. These outcomes were the result of deliberate strategic investments we continued to make rain or shine. Investing in our brands, our stores, and our people. We entered the pandemic with one major brand, Shakey's, and one emerging brand, Peri Peri. We emerged from the pandemic with a multi-brand portfolio of wow brands: Shakey's, Potato Corner, Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar, and incubating brands R&B Milk Tea and Project Pie. True to our vision, we continued to build our roster by investing in brands that were strategically aligned with our ambition, segments where we have the right to win, and businesses that prove to be accretive to ours. Each of these brands has its own unique role in our portfolio. Shakey's is our core legacy brand. It is the leading full-service restaurant chain in the country and the leading full-service pizza chain as well. Given this, Shakey's is our anchor, provides the group with scale, and serves as the jump-off point for company-wide platforms such as the Supercard. Potato Corner is our latest acquisition. It is a universally favored snack, the undisputed leader in flavored fries, and the #1 food kiosk chain in the country. We acquired Potato Corner in 2022, folding it into operations in March. Already, Potato Corner is proving to be a promising growth booster, with opportunities to scale both domestically and globally. Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar is a brand that we acquired in 2019 and one of our fastest growing concepts. It is our play in the full-service roast chicken space, a strong challenger in the category. Last but not least, we have our emerging brands, R&B Milk Tea and Project Pie, brands that we launched amidst the pandemic. We are currently incubating these brands, maximizing our assets and leveraging synergies with the group to accelerate their growth and future-proof the business. Each brand needs to be nurtured, strengthened, and invested in so that each can add value in its segment, wow even more guests, and create great times and great memories every day, everywhere. To do this, in 2022, we pursued innovations and healthier food options and crafted offerings to generate more value for our guests. We fortified our brand strongholds by launching relevant campaigns supporting our delivery segment and core products. We also reduced our plastic waste footprint through a partnership with a plastic credit exchange. To build relevance for younger audiences, we refreshed our brands and rekindled our participation in college-level ladies volleyball scene with the Shakey's Super League, combining two of the major tournaments in the country, UAAP and NCAA, a feat never achieved before. Our multi-brand strategy is instrumental in helping us realize our growth ambition as we move forward. By operating several brands under one umbrella, we can now cater to different market segments, guest needs, and usage occasions. We can create more value for the business by leveraging synergies in buying, network and store development, marketing and brand building, and human resources. By investing in our brands, the whole becomes greater than the sum of its parts. One of our primary trusts, even when we entered the pandemic, is to continuously strengthen and expand our store network. We operated with a view that the pandemic would end, so we prepared for a strong reopening play. We pursued wider reach, reigniting our expansion plan in the midst of the pandemic in 2021 by harnessing the discipline we have learned, giving us a competitive edge. In 2022, we ended the year with a global network of 347 stores for our casual dining and emerging brands, plus the 1,425 outlets of our new brand, Potato Corner. Peri Peri, in particular, opened 16 new stores last year. We innovated store formats such as the fly-through store in the South, Vermosa, and converted smaller formats into larger format stores. Since it was acquired in 2019, the fast-growing charcoal chicken chain has tripled its network to 68. R&B has likewise began launching more stores. Recall that we started operating the brand in 2020, leveraging our existing store network to introduce it to the market. We started to open independent stores in 2021 and ended 2022 with 9 independent stores. Potato Corner likewise accelerated its store expansion last year. Its global store network increased by 153 outlets in 2022. Both PC and Shakey's opened international stores last year. PC opened in the UK, UAE, China, Thailand, and Singapore, among others, while Shakey's opened stores in Singapore and Dubai. Being a multi-brand portfolio, we have benefited from multiple synergies in business development. We built co-branded and co-located stores that allowed us to maximize locations while sharing in overheads. Using the Shakey store network to introduce a new milk tea brand. Potato Corner and R&B coming together for the very first co-branded drive-through, a fresh and innovative snack stop store format. Having a co-located store right beside the newly reopened Shakey's in Boracay Island, proving that flavored fries and milk tea are indeed a perfect match. For the first time in 2022, we have seen 4 brands open all together on the same day in a new mall location, and the expectation is for more synergies to come in store and network development for the whole group. We are in the business of serving people. We believe that only with a capable, highly engaged, and motivated workforce can we deliver our wow promise to our guests. That is why investing in our people is a critical component to the success and sustainability of our organization. To prioritize our people's health and welfare, we launched a program called Project Near and Ready, which we call Project Nerdy. Our goal was to ensure that our store staff leave within 30 minutes from their place of work, promoting their safety and good well-being while creating community-centric and crisis-ready stores, a win-win for both our staff and our stores. This is a paradigm shift in the industry, already rolled out in both Shakey's and Peri Peri. As of year-end 2022, 87% of our store staff employees are well within the target 30 minutes from the store. We celebrate also the diversity of our workforce and actively pursue means to become a more inclusive organization. In 2022, as the pandemic began to recede, we reinstated our inclusive hiring programs to provide job opportunities to special communities. We have finally brought back the much-awaited landmark program, Love M Down. In partnership with the Down Syndrome Association of the Philippines, we open our doors to individuals with Down syndrome to become members of our store staff, creating fun learning opportunities for them and giving them an avenue to contribute to and interact with the community. We also launched the Senior Citizen and People with Disabilities Hiring Program, starting with a partnership with the City of Manila. We are pleased to share that we are scaling up these programs this year as part of our advocacy in Peri Peri stores. Recall that for 16 years, from 2003 to 2019, pizza had seen an unprecedented double-digit growth streak, broken only by the global pandemic. We have weathered the pandemic to the best of our ability, effecting strategic pivots, instituting structural changes, and inculcating stringent cost discipline in the way we do business. It has been an incredible and humbling journey. We have entered a new era for Shakey's Pizza, an evolved organization with strong portfolio of wow brands, aiming higher as we endeavor to accelerate and begin a new double-digit growth run. These will be supported by our strategic growth pillars, investing in our brands, our stores, and our people, essential components to our company's sustainability and growth ambition. We will scale up profitably and sustainably to become leaders in the categories in which we compete and remain true to the collective goal of creating a strong and healthy portfolio. We will progress in our international business with our newly forged international team. We will double down on our efforts to provide our people with a great and inclusive work environment and bring out their full potential. We will stick to our mission to wow, become better than before, better than others, and better than expected. Bigger, bolder, better. To our shareholders, we have bounced back and bounced up together. And it is in this regard that I would like to announce that we will be recommending to the Board of Directors a dividend of 10 centavos per share, reverting to our pre-pandemic dividend policy as a sign of confidence in our growth plans and our profound gratitude for your unwavering trust and support through thick and thin. I would like to thank everyone who supported us throughout the eventual roller coaster journey. To our guests, thank you for your unending love and loyalty for our brands through thick and thin. I am extremely grateful to our esteemed Board of Directors for providing our team with invaluable wisdom and guidance. Our dear franchisees and supplier partners, thank you for standing alongside with us every step of the way. Special mention goes to our passionate and capable leadership team. Thank you for working as one and subscribing to our vision, values, and wow culture. Last but not the least, I also wish to express my deepest appreciation for our dedicated workforce who make things happen and get things done. With the crisis behind us, let us move forward, continue to create opportunities for our stakeholders, and provide great times and great memories for our guests. May God bless us all.